It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Rams and the Vikings on Thursday night.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Play fake. Murray. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Vikings offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Sherfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Trent Sherfield, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first on the road here in L.A. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Murray going to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Ethan Evans now. On the return, it's Kamara. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against.
This is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Trent Sherfield. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Play action. Now it's Murray. That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, 70 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Herbert now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Murray. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Now Murray off play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. from the 50. Here's Herbert. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3rd down and 6.
Murray now. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Kamara now to return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Open man is Chase, complete.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And the Rams at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Jacobs going to try the middle, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Rams are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now it's Herbert.
Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Herbert throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
An inside give to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Herbert scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Here's Murray. Short throw caught by Bowers. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert over the middle and complete to Addison. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Back to throw. Herbert. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Running right, Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out of the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Herbert. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, so everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll square off with the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Buffalo Bills. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
Murray now to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. Herbert now. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Herbert. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Justin Herbert looking to pass toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Alvin Kamara.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The football going back to the Rams now.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw is Murray. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Murray going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Murray now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's Murray. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Jacobs is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Addison hauls it in. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down from the 43. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Herbert off of play action. He gets it to Addison. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. from a yard out. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Here's Murray from midfield. Robinson's got it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now Murray. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Murray now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Herbert now. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's Herbert. That's caught by Harrison, right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Pass complete there to Harrison. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Herbert throwing again. That's complete to Laporta. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Marvin Harrison Jr. with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Here's Murray. Open man is Chase, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. To throw, it's Murray. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing again, Murray. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Murray going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Murray. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyler Murray, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. A give to Jones, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Jones fighting through. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 34. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And
It's Week 8 of the 2024 season. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing.
It's the Browns and the Ravens on EA Sports.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. Leading them out, fresh off a third Super Bowl title. The standard for quarterback excellence today, Patrick Mahomes.
A 400-plus yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. But it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, well, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They send a tight end in motion. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. That one's complete to London. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. They've got first down from the 31. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Third and short, here's Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, it's the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuffing the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. Second and 3 now. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. To throw, Daniels. This is hauled in by Ingram. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Offense to the line for second down. Daniels. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Second and 6 coming up here. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Motioning the tight end now. Third down, Mixon gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Running for it, Mixon. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Ravens are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
He's got London left side. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Short side option here. He's running left. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Browns will go on offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back now, pressure on its way. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that makes it 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. Deontay Hardy to return this for the Ravens. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. Baltimore running its offense out now. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. From his end zone, it's Mahomes. Finds London on the slant. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A gain of 27 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Plowing up the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Now motion him out of the backfield. Mahomes here from the gun on 3rd down. Throw reeled in by London. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Slot receiver headed left. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Baltimore. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see, currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Daniels now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
A nice run here past the 35. Oh, the football's loose. And the Browns pick it up.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they're going to try to break through this defense and put some points up. They're down 14-zip. 1st down, ball at the 36. Throwing now, following the turnover. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Has it downfield, working the left. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Daniels back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He'll now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. A tight end in motion now. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Another carry for him. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Shotgun handoff for Vaughn. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They've got a man in motion. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Called in left side. And they had that one contained right at the line. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it near the 10. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Completes this one to Hill. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Hill. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. This is hauled in by Ingram. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 26. And he's brought down before the return gets far. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Jets who have the lead with that one getting close to halftime. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that one, all tied.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Ford on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 1. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nearly an interception on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. He's contained at the line for no gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. 1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Connection made to Jeudy. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Again, Daniels to the air. Complete. It's Ingram. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he'll go down here at the 16. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 16. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun here. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns make it an 11-point ball game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Hill now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. They're calling for a stoppage now. Looks like we had somebody injured on the play. Oh, and this is notable here. It's Drake London who's hurting. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
First down throw, Mahomes. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Motioning one of the tight ends. Play action, Mahomes. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Hill punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. And he is all smiles down there. He's got his 2nd rushing score this game, and they've got an even bigger lead in this 2nd half.
Well, we know it because we call these games week to week, Kate. Almost every single one of them seems to be a one-possession nail-biter. To build this kind of cushion and to do it with the strength of his legs, yeah, they're worthy of those smiles down there.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Going right side, Mixon with it. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
It's an option right that begins this drive. Oh, he loses the football. And the Browns pick it up. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Back out now comes the Browns offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive starts with an option, right side. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 34. And that one's unsuccessful. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Daniels back to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
Hill now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And it just feels like he's been fighting uphill since this one kicked off today, doesn't it? The mistakes just canceling out a lot of what he's been able to do offensively on the positive end of things. This defense, man, they have seized on the mistakes and made life difficult. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Finds his man, Waddle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Plowing up the middle. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. That one complete to Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pistol now for Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And they can't add 3 to their lead of 15.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
This, our last play of the quarter. Daniels on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 47. He's got the hook up to Adams. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finding Judy. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. All right, set now, 1st and 10. staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. To throw, Daniels. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Carlson's kick is good. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Hill now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Flowers will go in motion left. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Browns getting their offense out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Now it's Mahomes. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And that keeps the lead at 12.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense running out in need of 2 quick scores.
The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back 3rd down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Now Daniels to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Second and 3 now. Out of his shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Third down, 1 yard to go. They send him left out of the slot. Another carry for him. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They send a man in motion. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Caught by Flowers. And he's going to step out with no gain.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Ravens moments away from their 4th win of the year. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Hill. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. Running for it again. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Tucker's kick is up and good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Here's Ford on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. The turnover on downs only led to 3, obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's first and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down. Daniels now. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. Again, Daniels to the air. And he'll go down here at the 16. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Throwing now. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled for a short gain. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. They'll run here from the gun. And he's brought down across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Ravens are your winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Titans, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his second season out of Kentucky.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Nick Westbrook-Akine, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 catches, 104 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In motion, the tight end. Allen now looks to throw.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
DK Metcalf.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon.
Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 85 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
In motion, left goes Boyd. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Levis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is brought in at the 21. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Out come the Titans now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Off the play fake, Levis. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. 2nd down and 3. A give to Pollard running left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Levis. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Allen. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Taken in at the 22, and that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Titan football. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Here's 3rd and 7. Levis looking to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Montgomery with a nice game there, really nice run, and he's come off a strong first season in Detroit. They saw him top 1,000 yards rushing for just the 2nd time in his career. He is perfect for the culture the Lions have built.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Allen. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
In motion goes Patrick. Allen. Smith catches left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Smith, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Allen off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To the air, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Pollard will take it up the gut. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes.
Alex Anzalone, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Levis to throw it. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The Lions at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Levis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Levis back to throw. That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Play action now. Levis.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Levis sets up to throw here. Okonkwo holds it in left side. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They'll send the tight end in motion.
3rd and goal. Here's Levis.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Nick Westbrook-Akine.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
when you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Out to his left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Looking to throw. Allen. And this one's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Allen now looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now is Allen. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
In motion right, that's Metcalf.
Now Allen again. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
Bates' kick is good.
And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin with a good one in the NFC. Chicago heading to our nation's capital to take on Washington. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And that one all tied. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now Allen. Over the middle to Smith. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
22 yards there, a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's Allen. This is Smith to the ground. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Devontae Smith. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And Levis going back to the air. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Here's Levis. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air, Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now Allen.
He'll get this one to Patrick.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Allen going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Allen to throw once more.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
And he's caught.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dallas Goedert
23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Levis now off of play action.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Off the play fake, Levis. That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll take this one down to the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Levis looking to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Allen off the play fake. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
From midfield, here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Levis from the gun.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Pollard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Lions will take over. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to Montgomery on second down. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Lions on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On play action, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. To throw, it's Allen. goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. In motion goes the tight end. They'll run with Montgomery. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Levis.
He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Levis to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They'll throw it again with Levis. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
Levis back to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
108 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Second down and 6 now.
In motion right is Smith.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Montgomery running right. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And that is incomplete, nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And Levis going back to the air.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers.